This is the D-Ionizer spot-free water system from BIGBOI. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about its quirks and features because it does have a few awesome features, but it definitely has some quirks as well that you need to know about. So the first thing you may notice when looking at the system that differs from others is this is a 3 cartridge system. They also have a 2 cartridge system, but the biggest thing to know about these is that with this 3 cartridge system, the first one is a carbon filter, which doesn't reduce that much and create a spot-free finish. The other 2 are typical DI dual bed resin tanks. That will filter out all the water, making it 0 parts per million. What are parts per million? That's the basically contamination that's in your water that will leave water spots behind. For me personally, around these parts of where I am, I average about 350 parts per million. And guys, before we get into all this, I want to make sure the most important thing, number 1 to do when you're looking at a DI system and trying to figure out how long it's going to last you, go buy yourself a TDS meter. It'll read out in parts per million of how much total dissolved solids are in your water. That's what creates the water spots. You can get them on Amazon for like 10 bucks. I'll link them in the description for you guys. Before you do anything, go buy one of those. Just take your water that you're using, pour it into a bucket, take the probe from the TDS meter, stick it in there, and it'll tell you what your water rating is. The reason you want to do that before going into anything is to get a good idea of how much yield of spot-free water you're going to get out of your system, because each one has a little bit of a different rating. They're pretty much all the same, but you want to have that so you have a good idea of what to expect. Additionally, they do have the 2 cartridge system, but that thing is the same way. 1 cartridge is a carbon filter. The next cartridge is the typical DI resin filter. When you take those into account and put them up against the competition, like CR Spotless, for example, is a similar looking display here. Their 2 cartridge system though is 2 DI resin cartridges, not a carbon filter and then a DI resin. So before we get into all that, comparing those side by side, talking about the pricing and all that stuff, let's go ahead and unbox these and so you guys can see exactly what comes with it. Now, it comes in 2 different boxes. One box is going to have your 3 cartridges as well as the inserts that go inside of them. The other box is going to be the wall mount system with the bypass already built into it. The bypass is awesome. It's something that CR Spotless did not offer in the past, but they do now, and their new system is really cool as well. So as we unbox this thing, you can see all the components that it comes with. The cartridges also come with extra O-rings and things like that, which are fantastic. On the inside head of the unit, so the wall mount piece, where the cartridges seat into, there's actually these little tabs that you can pull out. In the directions, it states that if you're gonna be using it with a pressure washer, they recommend removing those. However, I did talk to the guys from BIGBOI and they said, actually go ahead and leave those in. It makes it easier for you guys to, when you're installing the cartridges, it makes it easier for everything to line up. If it doesn't line up properly, then you can get some leaks. So he said, go ahead and, they tested it a bunch. They didn't notice any substantial difference. So go ahead and leave those in so you can slide it in there a little bit easier. Now assembling the whole unit is very, very easy. But again, it comes to one of the quirks that we'll get into here in a little bit. Something that I wish I had known before I had started this whole system and building it out, but if you know it going into it, it's really not that big of a deal. So we just go ahead and open up the cartridges. Obviously the one on the far left here, this is the beginning of the system. That's gonna be your carbon filter. The other 2 are DI filters. You have a TDS meter right on top here, a little digital gauge. Again, a little bit of a quirkiness to that, but we'll talk about that. And then when assembling it though, they do give you some lubricant that you want to hit the O-rings with so that when you're twisting the cartridges on, they don't get caught. Because if they get caught, then it could lift in one spot and you'll get leaks. So you lube that up, seal it all up perfectly, and then you're good to go. Now once the system is all set up, let me get this gun out of the way here. As you can see, everything matches super well. It looks really, really good. But here is my first thing that I wish was a little bit different because of the way the pressure washer is, right? You have your water inlet and outlet on this side. I wish that the outlet for this system was on this side as well, because that could have just been really simple, run some piping up to the top of it and you're good to go, as opposed to having my water system come all the way around to this side, then having it filter through, come to this side, having to reroute it back up and then around to there. Not a huge deal, it's just I would have preferred if it ran in this way, but again, not a big deal. So instead of running hose all over the place, I did build it out using PEX connection points. And this is just 3/4 inch PEX pipe. Now this is something that you don't want to use out in direct sunlight. I think it's not UV stable, but in this case, it's indoors. It works perfectly well for me and looks good. Everything looks really, really nice and clean. Now once I got all that set up, I went ahead and fired the water on. I had it, so let's talk about the bypass actually really quickly. There's a system here, so one side says, and you want to point it to whatever you want it to do. So right now it's on bypass, and you do have to do both sides. You have to match them up, right? On one side it shows do not use, then you have bypass, filter, and off. So all we're going to be using is either bypass or switching it over and pointing it to filter. Once you're at filter, on both sides, the water is now going to pass through all 3 cartridges and come out nice and clean. Then it's going to run through into your pressure washer and you're spot free. When you bypass, we'll switch it back over to bypass. And now it's going to reroute the water from here. Instead of going this way, it's going to reroute it through the pipe in the back and bypass the system completely. Why do you like that, or why would you want that? Is so that your initial rinse and things like that, you can use regular water and then just switch over to spot-free water for your final rinse. That will help prolong the life of these, and I do like the system a lot. All right, guys, so quirk number 1, like I said, with this feature system of the bypass, I really like, but quirk number 1 is just the inlet outlet side. For me, I would have much preferred one way over the other. Quirk number 2 is once I got this thing all set up and running, I did get leaks. And not from the cartridges like I was kind of assuming if they weren't tightened down properly, but one from the back of here, and then one also from this little tab underneath the mounting piece that was kind of hard to get to. It's a little screw mount. You can actually get a screwdriver in there, but not when it's all mounted on here. I didn't want to disassemble the whole thing, so I was able to get just a pair of pliers in there and tighten it down. But it was a bit of a bummer that it was leaking from there. Now, also from this side, the outlet side, I got a little leak there. Nothing crazy here, guys. It just, everything sort of needed to be tightened up a little bit. Now, that's what I say. It's not a huge deal. For the price, I wish it was buttoned up a little bit better, but it's not a big deal. If you know this going into it, just before you start assembling it, just make sure everything's tightened up. Or even preferably what I would have done if I had known this previous, I would have actually backed everything off and then used either Teflon tape or the thread sealant on all of those so that I know I'm not going to have any issues. So if you're getting the system, just know that going into it. I would definitely recommend doing that, and then you're going to be bulletproof. It's going to be good to go. Again, I didn't know that. I assumed everything would be all tightened up, and I did get some leaks. Now, before I messed with the TDS meter, because mine did not come with a battery, I had to go buy one. So before doing that, I wanted to test and see what the TDS rating was, what my total dissolved solids were before and after running through this machine. And as you can see here, I'm going to show you guys the video of it. I can't remember the exact numbers I was getting, but somewhere around 350 parts per million when I was in the bypass mode. Switched it over to the filter mode. Let it run a little bit, right? These are brand new cartridges, so you want to let it run a little bit, pass a few gallons through there. And then once I did that, I was able to get it all the way down. It was showing 1 part per million, which is totally fine. You're basically spot free up to about 20 parts per million, so no problem there. And then I went ahead and went to my local Home Depot, picked up a battery. It's a CR2032 little lithium battery for the TDS meter. This is where another little quirk came in. I was reading the directions. There was directions on how to replace the battery. Just, take the back off, take it off, put it on. However, the inside just has these 2 pins that come up. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll just place the battery down on that, put it all back together. It would not turn on. I started opening up my spare keys and things like that for my cars because they use that type of battery, and it looked to me like there's a positive and negative. The way it was sitting, it was both sitting on one side. So what I did was I peeled up the prongs on one side of it, tucked the battery under that one, and then over the top of the other one. That created a positive and negative, and it fired on no problem. Again, though, I wish there would have been some instruction to that because that was a little bit confusing. Just with the way that was set up, I hadn't seen it like that before, and if I didn't do that extra, I was really about to reach out to BIGBOI and say, hey, I think this one's not working. It is working, you just have to make sure the prongs are set up correctly. All right, guys, now with that battery working, again, I was able to switch it over to bypass, check the water, and I was actually, I think it was around 380 parts per million that was reading on the TDS meter. switched it over to filter, and we are now at 0 parts per million. So it's working fantastically well. I'm really, really happy with that. Again, the system, especially if you have the Big Boy pressure washer, it looks phenomenal. They're actually running a Black Friday sale right now as well. And the pressure washers, I think, are 15% off. They just got them back in stock. Now, when their initial run came out, there were some issues with the unit surging and popping breakers. And this is their kind of 2.0. They supposedly updated that. I haven't had any issues with my first unit, so I don't know that. I don't know if there's any difference personally. However, I am running on 20 amp breakers. They're just supposed to run on 15 amp as well. So just a little disclaimer there. But for me, I haven't had any issues, and the system looks phenomenal. However, I've got some notes here. Let's go ahead and talk about some pricing. Now, there's systems from Adams Polishes, right? Let me grab this real quick. Right here, this little DI system here. It's a nice heavy-duty unit. It's just DI resin inside of that. There's bypasses built onto that. That thing's great. Does it look as good and have that wall mountability of this system? No, it doesn't, right? That system, the Adams one, is made by a company called On The Go. They partnered with them on that. You can get the On The Go systems on Amazon. I'll link those in the description for you as well. I love those systems. I have them at my house. I was gonna put them here, but since Big Boy sent me this one, I wanted to test this out here. I also have a new system that I'm gonna be working with and really trying to figure out from CR Spotless. They have a new Pro system that does reverse osmosis and then DI, so I'm excited for that one as well. But for the best comparison that we can give here, we're gonna be comparing this guy here to the CR Spotless machines because they have that same kind of footprint, right, where you can wall mount them. Now, although this is a 3-stage system, right, that first one is a carbon filter, and Big Boy states that that reduces or extends the life of the resin cartridges up to 20%. So on their website, they state that each resin cartridge can sustain or produce, let's see here, 1,200 liters of water at 100 parts per million or less. So again, that's why it's so important to test your water before, so you know what you're going into. Now, with that said, they state that this thing can increase, the carbon filter can increase it by 20%, so that brings you to 1,440 gallons, or excuse me, liters at 100 parts per million, which is approximately 380 gallons. Now, because this is the 3-stage system, right, the D-Ionizer 2, I have 2 DI cartridges, so assume 380 times 2, so we're about 760, I believe. Yeah, 760 gallons or so. Now for the single system, or sorry, it's still 2 cartridges, but a carbon filter and then the DI. That one on Big Boy's website, normally $459, I believe, currently on sale for $382. And then this system here is normally $549.99, on sale for $467. Okay, now let's compare this to the DIW 20 from CR Spotless. This is their wall mountable version. Again, it's only 2 cartridges, but the 2 cartridges are both resin filters. So it's essentially this without this 20% boost from the carbon filter. I don't know, I would almost prefer if it was another resin cartridge personally, but, and I think you could replace that with another resin cartridge. I don't see why you couldn't, but whatever, that's beside the point. Okay, the DIW 20 previously had no bypass system, but now they have upgraded it, and it's a little toggle right in the middle here. You don't have to do both sides. It's a single system. Boom, you do a little twist, and it gives you the bypass or filtered. So really, really nice, simplified process to that. I like that a lot. Now, on CR Spotless's website, in the past, I did a video on this in the past, and they stated 253 gallons of water produced through that system, but at 300 parts per million. So if you do that from 100 to 300, it's basically 3 times more. So you should be around that 750, 760 gallons per minute through that system, right? So all good there. Now that unit from CR Spotless is coming in at $460 with that bypass. You can get it without the bypass, it's like $410. Now the replacement cartridges between these 2 brands are about the same cost, just about $60 to $70 per cartridge for the DI setup. So we're kind of neck and neck there. Where I would lean here, I absolutely love this unit. I think it looks super cool. The leaking was a bit of a bummer to me. And with the CR Spotless, they've been around for a very, very long time and very, very tried and true. And their new bypass system is really good. When this first came out, I don't think that CR Spotless had a bypass system, and that's what this thing, I was like, oh, this is gonna be incredible. Now that they upgraded theirs to have a bypass, we're in that same ballpark. Again, this one has 3 cartridges, but the first one is a carbon filter. The CR Spotless one only has 2, but they're both resin filters, so yield-wise, we should be getting just about the same. Really, honestly, just about the same out of those 2 cartridges from the CR Spotless. Again, we should be around that 760 gallons per minute. Now this one, like I said, is on sale currently for 467 bucks. The CR Spotless though is 460 bucks currently as well. So with that said, guys, after all that runaround about that, where would I go? I would really depend it on my system and what colors you want, I guess, really, because both of them look fantastic. The CR Spotless also has the TDS meter. Everything looks really, really good on both these machines. So depending on the system, on how you want it to look is the biggest differentiating factor. I would say, I think, I haven't used that DIW20 with the bypass, so I don't know for sure, but the build quality for CR Spotless is known to be very, very good. They're actually pretty local to me as well, so that makes things easier. But I would probably honestly lean that way over this one, just because, again, at 300 parts per million versus 100 liters per at 100 parts per million, we're basically at the same numbers, basically the same price. It's just with the CR Spotless, with that bypass, we know the quality of those things as well. So that's it for today's video, guys. There's no real, I guess there's a definitive answer. I would personally go with the CR Spotless, although I think this thing is phenomenal and looks incredible. I really, really love the setup. If you already have a Big Boy pressure washer, get this because it matches everything so, so well. You don't want a bright blue cartridge there because that just wouldn't look right. But if you have their wall mount, especially with their pressure washer, the system, it's incredible. It looks really, really good. And like I said, they do have a Black Friday sale going on now. So definitely go check that out. I'll link everything else down in the description for you guys as well, you know, like the CR Spotless machines. I don't know if they have the new bypass one on Amazon. They do have the other ones though. So I'll link all that stuff and then directly to their website as well as needed. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.